What's up, Go Homie? We're back with this week's news. This is Janet
and Anastasia,
and Gpatv starts right now. With the Russian invasion of Ukraine, gas prices are surging. The national average is climbing above $4 per gallon for the first time since 2008.
Also, the Biden administration has been criticized over the reports that the president advisors are considering a visit to Saudi Arabia to try to convince their kingdom to pump more oil. Now, let's take a look at a report on the situation.
To Saudi Arabia. We did talk a few weeks ago about how Brett McGurk and Amos Hochstein went to Saudi Arabia to discuss a range of issues, including the war in Yemen, including security in the region, and certainly including energy security.
The plans, which have not been confirmed, were reported by Axios as oil prices soared by 10% amid U.S. and European threats to ban Russian all over Moscow's invasion of Ukraine.
To add to that, the Ukrainian President Zelensky, sent a video to the UK House of Commons on Tuesday saying, "We will fight to the end," echoing a former British Prime Minister Winston Churchill. He states, "We will not give up and we will not lose. We will fight until the end at sea. In the air, we will continue fighting for our land at whatever the cost." Let's take a look.
You now have the floor. President.
In the long history of the British Parliament, there has never been a moment like this. A wartime president speaking a foreign language beamed into the House of Commons from a city under siege. Zelensky's speech was a day-by-day recount of Russian escalation, a calendar of shelled cities, shattered lives, and dead children. 50 children have been killed, he says. They could have lived, but these people have taken them from us. And so a plea for Great Britain to live up to the greatness in its name. Zelensky compared Ukraine's resistance to the British defiance of the Nazis, referencing Winston Churchill by promising to fight Russia on the sea and in the air.
President Volodymyr Zelensky is standing firm for democracy and for freedom. In his righteous defense, I believe he has moved the hearts of everybody in this House.
It may have moved hearts, but it didn't change minds, at least not on Ukraine's central demand. Again, Zelensky called for a NATO-enforced no-fly zone, a repeated plea that has been repeatedly denied, no matter the casualties, because NATO is desperate to avoid a widening war.
We will employ every method that we can, diplomatic, humanitarian, and economic, Mr. Speaker, until Vladimir Putin has failed.
Labour stands for the toughest sanctions that will cripple the Russian state.
So MPs rose for one last round of applause as night fell on Ukraine on day 13 of the Russian attack. Johnson's defense secretary will announce new measures to help Ukraine on Wednesday. It will include further military aid and suggestions as to how other allies can help, but it will not include a no-fly zone. David Cochran, CBC News, London.
And now, on to our sports for this week with Alex Hogan.
Welcome back to this week's Sports Go Homie. It's your host Alex. Let's get right into it. Our Go Homie baseball team won their first game of the year yesterday against Bounce-Hill High. The final score was 20-8, with Sean Engler hitting a two-bomb home run over the fence in the third inning. Eli Canaletti and Gabriel Bernal pitched 3 stellar innings each, with Kalen Kay closing out with the 7th inning. Congratulations to everyone on that team, and I'm sure they'll make more wins to come this season. While on the topic of baseball, Last week we reported about the MLB lockout. Now that the report has officially been confirmed, the MLB will be having a lockout with canceled games and an opening day delay. It's unfortunate that baseball fans now have to wait even longer for the season to start. Tomorrow the Clippers play the Hawks at 4:30 p.m. and the Lakers play later in the day against the Wizards at 7:30. The Lakers have been struggling all season long, but I have a feeling they're going to get back on track and make the playoffs. With chaos growing larger between Ukraine and Russia, everyone in the world of sports associated with Russia is being affected. A Russian gymnast who wore a war symbol on their uniform could lose their competition medal. Russia's Ivan Kulak wore the letter Z on his chest during the Artistic Gymnastics World Cup in Doha. The Z is reportedly a symbol of support for Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Perhaps more shocking about that was the fact after receiving bronze, Kulak then posed next to Ukrainian athlete Ilya Kovtun, who won gold in that competition. And Russia's oligarchs are reportedly planning on selling Chelsea Football Club. Well, that's all the sports news for this week, Go Homie. I know it's been a lot, but thank you guys for tuning in. This has been your host, Alex. Now back to the studio.
All right, March 11th is the end of the grading period, so make sure you turn in all your work and earn all of your credits. Have you turned in all your work, Janet?
I'm not yet, but I'll make sure I do.
Yeah, we better. All right, and now on to Guardians of Go Homie with Quat and Janet.
A day in the life of a Bohemian staff. Taking care of growing teenagers is hard. Can you believe there are people that do that for a living? Well, there are, and their names are?
My name is Jose Martinez, and I am a campus security here at Guahomie. It's a very fun and challenging and really exciting job, I guess you can say, because I really don't know what to expect sometimes. I've been here for about 4 months now, and so far all the students are great. And just dealing with all the kids and the staff and learning everybody's names and learning everybody's attitudes and just adapting to the schedule. It's a pretty good job. It's a pretty good job just learning while I'm going. The most challenging part is, I guess, the communication part with some students. A lot of students come from different backgrounds, and a lot of students communicate differently than I communicate with my own kids. Just being able to get through to the students, letting everybody know and letting all the staff know that I'm very approachable, that I can talk to you, I can definitely adapt to everybody's needs on what's going on. And yeah, I mean, just being able to get through to the kids and communicate with them, that's probably the biggest obstacle. But after that, once everybody gets to know me, then we're good to go. You know, like it's been getting easier little by little.
Well, as you can see, watching after teenagers is hard. So we gotta show appreciation to the people who look after us every day. This has been camera operator Quat and Janet signing out.
On March 14th, the mask mandate has been lifted. This means masks are optional, but are still highly recommended.
I might wear my mask still. Are you going to wear your mask
Yeah,
still?
I think so.
Yeah. And now, on to entertainment with Quat and Gio.
Batman,
Russia,
Minecraft,
movies.
we will get into that later, but in the meantime,
Hello, Go Homie, it's Gio.
and Quat, bring you this week's entertainment.
Netflix, TikTok, McDonald's, and Minecraft as well are all suspending their services in Russia.
These companies and many others are all boycotting Russia because of the Russian-Ukraine war. That is happening as of right now.
Man, I kind of feel bad about the Russian civilians and innocents that are being caught up in all this.
Yeah, it's so unfair to all the citizens who just want to live a normal life, and they're being dragged into a war.
Agreed. Speaking of restrictions, Russia is restricting social media and making it hard for their civilians to be able to post things online.
Restricting communication across the country, it seems oddly familiar.
Agreed. And you will not believe this, Quat, but a man drilled a hole in a Russian boat and made it sink after finding out it was transporting missiles to a Russian airport.
That's hilarious. I wonder what happened to that guy.
I wonder as well. And so, Quat, remember 2 weeks ago when we were talking about Batman?
Yeah, what about it?
Well, Batman gained so much popularity just on its release date that it was already full. Even I was affected by this when I wanted to go watch it.
Wow, I did not know Batman was going to be this popular.
Me neither. And speaking of movies, Turning Red will be in movie theaters tomorrow.
Isn't it about that panda girl or something?
Red Panda, actually. But yes, we will find out more when we go watch it.
Sonic the Movie 2 is going to release April 8th.
Wow, I'm excited about that one. We really don't have many video game movies.
Yeah, I feel like the movie industry could make more movies out of video games. For example, God of War. That would be a really great movie.
I agree. They would make pretty good movies.
Yeah. Anyways, well, go homie. This has been Quat.
And Gio.
Signing out.
Congratulations to senior Diego Rios for earning the Guajome Rising Star Award. This award is to honor local high school seniors for demonstrating character, integrity, and the love of learning. Congratulations.
Also, another reminder, Guajome students, please turn in your missing assignments before the end of the grading period.
Well, that's it for this week's News Guajome. This has been Janet
And Anastasia, signing out.